Fear not. Welcome to day 36. We are reading Deuteronomy 3 verse 2. And the Lord said unto me, Fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hand. And thou shalt do unto him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon. That fear is a worthy adversary we continue to recognize not just in script, but even in our own personal lives. It is present at home, it is present at work, present at school, at play, and even at church. Fear is ever present as a deterrent when we seek to go down on our knees to seek God. The fear not God, the God who commanded and continues to command us to fear not and not be afraid. We always must stand ready to confront our fears. In Genesis 32, we find Jacob confronting Esau. Do you remember Nathan the prophet, fearful of confronting King David to tell him, Thou art the man? What or who in your life, in your path, is or has been holding you captive to the point of paralyzing your very being? The word from the Lord for you today, yes, you, and especially you, fear not. The calm reassurance of God to you is that He will fight for you. The land of promise was always occupied, or that's one way to look at it. The land of promise was being cultivated, cared for, and kept until the arrival of the promised possessors. Yes, that's another way of seeing the blessings of God. He hasn't just promised you a land, but with that land comes a workforce. They are giants, yes, but only giants could care for and preserve that land until you come with your deed to occupy and take charge. The never-ending assurances of God to Israel and to us His people today are epic. E-P-I-C. E is for experience, all you have gone through en route to your promise. P is for participation, your active involvement in the journey to the land of promise. I is for image or imagination, the never-failing reminder to hold fast a view of what God has in store. Remember Moses, Deuteronomy 32 verse 52. He did not enter the promised land, but he beheld it with his eyes and kept his mind fixed on this image. C is for connect. The dots of our journey remains connected as we forge ahead through the roadmap left us by our fathers and mothers of faith and all the pioneers. The map that reminds us to remove not the ancient landmark. In Hebrews 11:39-40, and these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise, God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. To win the battle today over fear, we must enter the war of substance versus style and essence versus expression to leave something pure. We must take seriously the mandate of God, the warfare instructions as people of the Most High God, to put on the whole armor of God. We must gird up our loins like men, and having done all to stand, we must stand. In our text, we admit and acknowledge the promised land was occupied. The occupants did not affect the promise of God. Many an adversary has been defeated on the way to the claiming and laying hold on what God promised. Kings have stood before them. Giants have stood before them. Unemployment has faced some of us. Eviction notices, overlooked for promotions, but God promises remain yours for the claiming. Eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have it entered into the heart of man the things which God hath promised or prepared for them that love Him. 1 Corinthians 2 verse 9. David voiced the universal question for us all, and in its midst of this question, he provided the answer for all times and all the ages. In Psalm 42 and verse 5, Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted in me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise Him for the help of His countenance. Fear comes with many faces, but victory over one aspect can bring victory over the others. Join us again tomorrow as we continue in our series, Fear Not. God bless you.